What if the internet stopped for 24 hours? The morning of January 1st, 2025 began like any other. Birds chirped, the sun rose, and people reached for their phones, tablets, or laptops to check emails, social media, or news. However, as they tried to connect, they were greeted by error messages. Wi-Fi networks worked, but no websites loaded. Mobile data bars were full, yet apps wouldn't refresh. The internet, the lifeline of modern civilization, had gone silent. In a small suburban neighborhood, Rajesh, a freelance web developer, sat stunned. His work relied entirely on the internet. Deadlines loomed, but there was no way to send files or communicate with clients. Frustrated, he tried restarting his router for the fifth time. The results were the same. In New York City, Maria, a social media influencer, found her world collapsing. She lived her life through Instagram stories and TikTok trends, but now her feeds were blank. She looked around her apartment, realizing she had no idea how to spend a day disconnected. Her collection of books sat dusty on the shelf, untouched for years. Meanwhile, in Tokyo, a major tech company's automated servers failed to connect with their global systems. Employees scrambled to find solutions, but their operations were paralyzed. Billions of dollars were at stake as factories, logistics, and communications came to a standstill. Airports faced chaos. Flight schedules and air traffic control systems, dependent on internet-based platforms, malfunctioned. Passengers were stuck, confused, and angry. In hospitals, doctors had to revert to manual methods for accessing patient records. A sense of vulnerability settled over society. The ripple effect reached the countryside. Farmers who relied on weather apps for crop planning were left guessing. Markets halted as digital transactions failed. Even the mighty stock exchanges froze, halting trading worldwide. Amid the chaos, there were unexpected moments of connection and rediscovery. In a small village in India, families gathered outside. With no phones to distract them, they engaged in conversations, storytelling, and laughter. Children played games they had only heard about from their grandparents. It was a moment of simplicity, free from notifications and screens. Rajesh, the web developer, dug out his old sketchbook and began drawing. It was a skill he had abandoned years ago, but now found oddly therapeutic. Maria, the influencer, stepped out of her apartment for the first time in weeks. She wandered into a park, marveling at the vibrant colors of nature she rarely noticed through her camera lens. Governments and tech companies scrambled to restore connectivity. Engineers worked around the clock to identify the cause. Rumors spread. Was it a cyber attack, a solar flare, or something more sinister? Finally, after 24 hours, the internet flickered back to life. Notifications flooded in, systems rebooted, and life resumed. Yet something had changed. People realized how much they had depended on the internet and how much they had missed life beyond it. In the days that followed, some pledged to reduce their screen time. Parks and libraries saw more visitors. Families scheduled game nights. For a brief moment, humanity had glimpsed a world without the internet and remembered the value of offline connections.